Hey everyone, it's Mr. Hollywood, and today I'm gonna review the first Superman movie in a lead up to the new Superman movie that's coming out in a few weeks. So I'm gonna review Superman's 1 through 4 and Superman Returns. I did review the Snyder films a little while back, right before Rebel Moon, so I'm not gonna review them before the new one. However, after I see the new Superman movie, I am gonna rank all the Superman movies. So I am very excited to see it. It is probably my most anticipated film for the rest of the year. And yeah, I'm really excited. But let's talk about the original one, the one that not only started Superman as a mainstream character, but this really was, in my opinion, the film that launched the comic book genre the way we know it. Like, I know we had Batman 66 before this, but in terms of like a true blockbuster superhero movie, I think this one was definitely the first trip. And let's start off with the positives, and the first one is Christopher Reeve as Superman. Talk about brilliant casting decisions. This is arguably a top 5 casting decisions ever in a superhero movie. Christopher Reeve, he was born to play the role. He's just so amazing as a character. He brings so much charm and magic that it's hard not to love Christopher Reeve. So yeah, I think that alone makes this at least a watchable film. Even a Superman movie we'll talk about a little later in the reviews that wasn't a particular fan of. Christopher Reeve, he's just amazing. And I really just think the casting throughout the movie was just brilliant. From Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor and Marlon Brando as Jor-El. And I think Richard Donner just truly poured his heart and soul into this film. He got the writer of The Godfather to write this film. So yeah, Richard Donner, I do partially feel indebted to Richard Donner for giving us the character. Truly. He definitely poured his heart and soul into making sure that this is that they were taking the source material serious. So yeah, kudos to Richard Donner, and yeah, so yeah, the casting was great. Obviously, John Williams' score was just great, and still probably a top 3 superhero score. Obviously, John Williams is, to me, the GOAT composer, and this is, I don't think this is his best score, but it's still a great score nonetheless. And I do think the action, for the most part, is still pretty good. Now, obviously, this film doesn't have the epicness of something like Zack Snyder's Justice League or some of the Marvel movies, but the action, for the most part, is still pretty good. Now, obviously, this film is definitely dated, but even for its time, well, especially for its time, the action was great. But even today, like, even though there are definitely dated aspects, I still think the action, for the most part, is pretty good. And I just think Superman's journey throughout the film was just beautifully done, and finding purpose. And like, I know that they did kind of tell the story again in Man of Steel, which which is great in its own way. But I still think this was the best of Superman, just in terms of the Superman story. Even almost 50 years later, we'll see if the new one makes me bite my words. But yeah, just the journey Superman goes on from obviously Krypton blowing up at the beginning, to him landing on Earth, to him becoming Superman. Yeah, I just think the journey was very moving. I think just the emotional journey you go on, obviously when films age, sometimes it could be harder to still feel the emotional punch. But this film still makes you feel all the emotions that you should while watching just the movie in general. And yeah, this obviously isn't my favorite superhero movie, but to me, it is still among the best superhero movies. And just the journey you go on in the story, I thought was all very powerful. And yeah, overall, this film, so I just watched it a few days ago. This film for me still holds up for the most part. It is still one of my favorite 70s movies. It is still probably my favorite Superman movie. Definitely not my favorite superhero movie. There are a few I like more though. This is probably a top 15 superhero movie, and it is maybe in and out in the top 10 given the day I would film that ranking. But I mean, this is still one of the best in the genre. It is still, for me, this is still an amazing film. This is still a true superhero epic. And yeah, I mean, this film is definitely a film I very much so respect. And I would say, like, I do enjoy, like, some of the older superhero movies, like, I respect more than I enjoy. I would say I still very much so enjoy this film. And I would say I still very much so feel invested. And I think this is the Superman movie I'm definitely most likely to rewatch. So yeah, like for me, this is still a great movie, and it is still, I mean, yeah. I'm now kind of just repeating myself. So yeah, I mean, the scene towards the end where he turned back time, obviously it doesn't really make sense if you think about it, but it is still an amazing scene, and I mean, it is kind of the scene that defined the superhero genre as we know it when it came out. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, just every scene that you see Superman, like, obviously, it's not as magical second time, but the first time, I mean, it's just all amazing. And, like, to be honest, if I was born in the 1970s, this would probably be my favorite superhero movie. But even 47 years later, it is still among the best. So, overall, I would give this film an A, and on the entertainment scale, I would give it a 9.5. And it is a film that if you haven't seen, I would still recommend. Like, I feel like this is still a superhero movie, and just a movie in general that everyone should see at least once. Because not only do I think it's a great movie, it is definitely worth seeing how the superhero genre, as we all knew it, began. So, this film, I mean, yeah, this film for me still holds up. And, yeah. So I'm excited to review the other Superman movies and see the new one. And I cannot wait to do more YouTube videos. Now, thanks for watching, and peace out.